Washington football team
and the Atlanta Falcons. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
22-yard line.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Play action. Now Wilson. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A first down and then some. 36 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 more there and another first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
The kicker on for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On first down, Tagovailoa. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Tua now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 8 yards. Moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Tua now, third and goal. Strong coverage by Washington, and now fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that's the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up first and 10
at the 41-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. This is complete to Michael Thomas. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd and a yard. Wilson, and this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year.
And Washington has retaken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Tua going to throw. He's going to look deep for more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Trying to go to work.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Now Tua. Forced out to his left. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
At the 41-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Falcons 17, Washington 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 10.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And the Washington first down.
On the ground, Kamara. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down, Washington.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Throwing again, Wilson. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line.
First down.
That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to... And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys are able to regain the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Check 53.
Here's Tua. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
On the right side, open is Gesicki. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. That is caught inside the 5.
And the Falcons are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half as his guys have now moved out in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch.
And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Play action. Now it's Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Williamson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On third down, Wilson. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And Washington able to make this a close game again.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They find some open field here.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
7-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
36. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Flush to his right. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown.
Evan Ingram with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come.
His kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
34. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
At the 47-yard line.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
At the 47-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the fourth. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Boy, a bad break. Just got the lead on the touchdown, and now they're going to have to go on defense at the 40-yard line here as things get good in the fourth quarter. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams.
Wilson's pass.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Second and inches at the 49-yard line.
Go. Switch.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Number 25.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Looking to pass. Tua. Throwing left side. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. Now they try the right side here. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd down, Tua. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
It's 14.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
2nd and 6.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak.
at maximum.
On. You can't give the guy a skirt steak. He scores 3 times.
Filet,
There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, Wilson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Wilson.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Washington on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. And that'll set him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Wilson. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now they try the right side here. And he's got room. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you say 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
From the gun, Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Wilson on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They go play action with Wilson. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st.
1st down, Washington.
Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
30.
Give him 30 yards there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. That's some momentum going, driving down the field. That'll set him back 1st and 15.
I mean, that type of play, when you've got to go in your direction, shoot, my man Old Mo is arching an eyebrow at him right now. You've got me going. Keep me going.
Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
Brings up
as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Play action. Now Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
At the 47-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Let's set a tone. Cycle. Check 31.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's...
And that's caught inside the 35. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Falcons, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for Washington, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.